Thank you for joining us. I'm Sarah Goldenberg. We have a 19 News Now breaking update. We have body cam video just into our newsroom from Wooster Police. The officers in this clip you are about to see encountered a mystery powder which was tested, and it did contain fentanyl. They became numb, dizzy, and started slurring their words. You can see this video in the background right now as I set it up for you. Officers were trying to serve a warrant to a female suspect on August 22nd, but she wasn't home, and then a man named Isaiah Haskins was there. That's how the whole situation started. So Haskins let police search his backpack. That's when they found a gun. Haskins is a convicted felon and he was arrested. Officers put him into a cruiser. Then he was able to get into a small baggie of white powder, which he pulled from his pants. He ripped it open and basically covered the vehicle in this fentanyl-laced powder. So we are going to play this clip for you now. Then we'll break down some of what the officers said as this happened. You're going to want to listen closely.
Yeah, as soon as I pulled him out of the cloud, and I just started spitting right away.
How are you feeling right now?
I feel weird, man.
Because he said he's floating, his legs are tingling.
Yeah.
Slurring.
My toes are tingling.
Right. So, secure everything in the back seat of my car. We can decon it. I can come up to the hospital afterwards. We can decon everything. Do you want a radio with you?
Yeah.
You don't have to. It's up to you. If you don't want it, I'll just pitch it in the back. He's got one. If yeah.
We can grab that.
What?
That's the evidence bag. That's the bag that the powder was in.
Okay.
The rest of the powder's all over his
car, right? Those two.
For you too? Okay.
They've been slurring too.
Yeah, well, I can just take off your undergarment.
Well, Burnett right there.
You know, you and whoever else involved.
Yeah.
You don't know what you got.
We don't know what it is.
It's all over the cruiser. Really? Okay.
Understood. Yeah, I figured.
So the cruisers are all contaminated then?
That
one?
The one is.
Okay. So we'll take whenever you guys are ready. We'll just take your
All right, so those officers involved there, they were hospitalized after this incident. They all had similar symptoms, including numbness, tingling, slurred speech, incoherent thoughts. If you heard the officers, they said the seized items and cruisers will be deconned, and that means then they need to remove contaminants from the evidence and the car that it was spilled in. So let's put this video on in the background again as we go through this. So at first, officers didn't know exactly what that powder was. It was only when the test came back from Ohio BCI crime labs 4 days later that they learned that this was fentanyl. The Wayne County Prosecutor's Office is taking that detail into consideration so they can pursue appropriate charges. Now this weekend, 19 News reporter Stephen Hernandez, he did a story about a local entrepreneur who is promoting a product that could actually help keep officers safe in situations like this and the many other horror stories we've heard about fentanyl and opioids here in Northeast Ohio. Let's take a listen.
Joe Lopez's new product, TrueBlock, looks to help police officers in the fight against the opioid epidemic. The spray is used on suspicious substances and contains them to prevent dangerous exposure. We brought Lopez here to 19 News, where he showed us how the spray works and where to apply it.
The hot spots are typically going to be someone's hands, someone's pocket, someone's ankle. But once we spray, we mist it, it stops it from being aerosolization of it.
Fentanyl isn't dangerous to the touch, but once it's airborne, only trace amounts can be deadly, which can be devastating for first responders.
I come home after work and servicing my community and my memory, my precinct, and my child comes and hugs me. That child goes down. And it's because what the father did their job.
TrueBlock first became available to buyers earlier this year. Some police stations, such as in Northwood, near Toledo, have already started to use TrueBlock on patrol.
I can see it being used from years on, just because it does help officers and protect us from being exposed.
As the startup continues to grow, Lopez doesn't see the end of the epidemic. He only hopes more people can be safe.
That epidemic I can't change it. But if I can control the spread of it and keep people alive from being exposed to it, I've done my job.
Reporting from the studio, Stephen Hernandez, 19 News.
So again, that product you just heard of from Stephen Hernandez is called True Block, another new innovative thing that police officers may use on the front lines when they encounter fentanyl like this. Right now, there are special gloves officers can get in these situations. Not all police departments have it. So again, we showed you that new body cam video. I'll put that up again in the background. This was new video from Wooster Police where several officers ended up feeling dizzy, numb, had slur speech after a suspect scattered fentanyl-laced powder throughout a cruiser. You will be able to take a look at that video and re-cue this live stream again to see it all. We put that on our website, cleveland19.com. And we are going to keep following this story. Look for any updates on air and on the 19 News app. And thank you so much for joining us for this 19 News Now breaking update.
19 News. First, fair, everywhere.